Hello, 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 and welcome. Today I am going to be doing a leg training, and this is just going to be the condensed version. I won't be with you during the rest in between sets. All of that's going to be cut out. It's just going to be all training, all the warm-up sets, all the heavy working sets, of course, and any mental preparation sets, and I'll explain what that is. Maybe some tips in between, but this is all leg training today, and let's get started. Of course, I'm going through the warm-up process right now. I'm not exactly sure. It's very early in the morning. Happens to be 4:30 on a Saturday morning here, and body's getting warmed up. I have no idea how many warm-up sets I'm going to do, but just like with every body part, I want to do the least amount of warm-up sets. Within those warm-up sets, I want to do the fewest amount of reps, and I want to use the least amount of weight. I want to conserve all that willpower, focus, energy, and time for that heavy, overload, working, taxing sets. Those are the ones that stimulate growth. Those are the ones that initiate the growth process. So I want to make sure I conserve all those resources for those sets. So again, it really depends on the time of day, how I'm feeling on that day, how much food's in my system, my mental conditions. I won't necessarily come into leg training or any body part training with some specific warm-up plan with 80% of the weight, X amount of reps, with X amount of weight per maximum, what I plan to do that day. Nothing that complicated when I do these warm-up sets. I do have a basic plan. I've done this enough times where I have a basic plan. It's just that I'm not using a specific black and white numbers as far as this warm-up process is concerned. All right, so I know what you're thinking. Why do I have my hands on my knees? Am I pushing the weight? Am I assisting the overload by pushing my knees through the weight? All right, I know what you're thinking. I've done this for many, many years, and I've had lots of videos posted. You can even see some on my YouTube channel. And that question gets asked a lot, so I get it. Let me explain to you the purpose for all that and my theory, just to entertain. You don't necessarily have to do it, but I want you to entertain what I have to say and explain why I do it that way. I understand that it's a taxing overload sets, the right amount of weight, enough weight to overload the weight, but also you got to stimulate the targeted muscle group, that mind-muscle connection. There's no sense loading up the weight if you don't feel the weight, the tension on the targeted muscle group. Right, legs are one of those things that take a lot of mental strength, emotional strength, so you really attack it. And so why I do that is that I just feel so much comfortable with that weight coming down when my body is more closed off, and it just feels more solid rather than opening up wide with the holding the bars on the side, right? I just feel more safe so I can push more weight. Now, what's important to understand is it's about feeling the muscle, the targeted muscle group in the legs. Look, I've done it both ways, and I can have my arms to the side, and I can't push as much weight, and I certainly don't feel as comfortable, confident, and as certain. All right. Now, when I try that. Well, if you were to put it in, close off your body, put your hands on your knees, and again, I am not pushing. My arms aren't that strong. I got some pretty strong arms, but my arms aren't that strong to push all this weight through my legs. It just gives me that certainty. I am able to do more weight. So I've done it both ways. You can do less weight, feel a little less certain, and you might feel more comfortable with your arms to the side. Or you might try it this way. I just prefer this way, especially if I really want to push myself. And again, it's more of a mental thing and an emotional thing rather than a physical thing. But I will have to push more weight if I choose to close off and put my hands on my knees, rather than you could probably get the same amount of tension, stimulation, if you had your arms on the side and did less weight, right? So it's all how you average it out. It's what you feel most comfortable with when you're doing these leg presses. All right, so the next exercise is squats. With squats, I will use a weight belt. Also, I will be doing what I call mental preparation sets. M.P.S, mental preparation sets. What are those? Now, my legs are already warmed up, going through the warm-up process on the leg press, doing 3 sets of taxing overload sets. My legs are warmed up. A mental preparation set is to get you mentally prepared, emotionally prepared for the next exercise. Although the physical body is warmed up, the next exercise, or the exercise that you choose to do a mental preparation set, you're just going to get your mind ready. It's like the warm-up process where you're going to do as few mental preparation sets as possible, as a few reps as possible during those mental preparation sets, and the least amount of weight, whatever it takes, the least amount of weight to get you mentally and emotionally prepared, because again, physically the legs are already warmed up. It's just that it's just a different exercise, a different mindset, a different level of coordination, and that's very important with squats, especially if you've done squats, usually the first exercise and you warm up there. I'll tell you, it's gonna feel a lot differently when it's the second exercise and you've done like leg press first and you've really pushed yourself. Squats are going to feel a lot different than maybe your last workout or your last workout cycle. So you may want to incorporate mental preparation sets, whatever it takes, so you are ready to do the taxing overload sets. You'll notice with my taxing overload sets with the squats that I will be wearing knee wraps. Now, this is another one of those things for more certainty and confidence, to feel more in control, especially without a training partner, especially with an exercise like squats. If I am going to wrap up, then I should use more weight. Many times during my workouts without a training partner, when I'm in the middle of my day, I won't use knee wraps. And I'll just hit the weight, maybe it's lighter, just really feel in the targeted muscle group. Here's one other thing that you'll notice, and I readily admit, I am not a squat freak. Squat has never been a great exercise for me. I know a lot of guys pride themselves on squats, and anytime you see someone post something on social media with squats, hey, can you check out my form here? I'm not quite so sure. You already know that video clip, their butt is going to be dragged on the floor, right? A lot of pride taken in squats. I'm not that way. I have nothing against that. If the squats are your thing, have at it. Right? I consider myself a bodybuilder. I would love to have a great squat. I admire the guys who have great squats. I don't have one, but I'm going to hit that targeted muscle group, and I don't avoid squats. You know, at my age and my purpose of training, there's a lot of guys who don't even squat at this age. Even though I squat, I know that I don't push it like back when I was a bodybuilder, but I still do them. I love the exercise. I'm just going to be safe. Without a training partner, I've been able to go injury-free in 27 years of training. Man, there's a lot of guys. I mean, look at Mr. Olympia, Ronnie Coleman, with all his back surgeries and all that pain, and can't walk later on, 2 hip replacements. I even see young guys, really popular guys, they just love squats. I get it. I encourage them to go for it. And they have these back problems and maybe even surgeries, and they're out for a long time, and they come back and they really challenge themselves to squats. Hey, that's awesome. I'm all for that. That shows a lot of grit and a lot of determination. I want to believe that my bodybuilding is about having a healthy body, a fit body, having the most muscle, but doing it smart. So I'll readily admit, I am more conservative with my squats, and it's just my procedure to the whole bodybuilding thing. You do what you feel best for you, all right? But I love the squat, and it's included in all of my leg training. You know, probably the coolest thing about this workout is it's how everything matters in the course of my day and how it all fits in the big picture of my life. Let me explain what I mean. Right now, it's about 5:10 in the morning. I got up at 2 o'clock this morning. I did an hour of cardio on the bike while I was reading. I was taking notes. I was preparing for a live broadcast that I'm going to be doing with my wife at 2 o'clock this afternoon. It's with something we're really passionate about. It's about how to set your entire life up like a contest so you can win big there too. And it's for those of us who love bodybuilding and training. We love the feeling, every minute matters, everything we do matters, and it's all leading to the goal we have of our physique. How can we duplicate that in our life? And that's what set your entire life up like a contest is all about. So on this Saturday morning, I spring up in the morning at 2 o'clock, get a cup of coffee, get on that bike. I'm writing, I'm reading, I'm blogging, I'm learning, I'm anticipating everything for the day. I used my negotiation skills, my influence, my persuasion strategies to work with the Renaissance Club Sport. So they allowed me into this gym before anybody else gets here so I can come to you and have this beautiful setting, not interrupt anybody else, and get some great training footage and spend this time with you. It's all part, everything matters. What I wear, what I eat, how hard I push myself during this leg workout with just you and me here early on this Saturday morning. I don't have to do any of this, right? Then I'm gonna get home, I'm gonna chop this all. Oh, by the way, right when I'm done recording this, I'm going to go live and do a question and answer session on my Facebook page, and it'll be brought over to my YouTube channel too. Then I'll get out of the gym because people will start coming in at 6 a.m. I'll chop this all up. I'll put it on my social media channels. I'll wake up with my wife and kids. My wife and I will be passionately preparing for our 2 o'clock show. I mean, see what's saying, from my working out to my day, to my relationship with my wife, the goals that we have together, my presentation, everything matters. That's how you set your entire life up like a contest. And I want you to think about your bodybuilding and training, why it's so important to you, and how can you somehow connect that to everything you do in life. So it's not just a bodybuilding goal and then it takes away from the rest of your life. How can you creatively make it a stepping stone, an integral part to the big picture you have in your life? You can do it if you're creative enough. And hopefully me just talking about my day here has given you some ideas. It takes a lot of courage. It takes you being willing to risk your willpower, focus, energy, and time. And it takes you to fearlessly imagine how you want your life to really be. And then you can create those steps working backwards. You'll notice how I control the weight on the way down and I explode on the way up. It's that 1-2 count on the negative, controlling the weight, and exploding 1 count. And I do that not just for stiff leg deadlifts for hamstrings. I do that thought process with every exercise of every body part. Now, depending on the exercise, depending on the body part, the timing, if you were to put a stopwatch, may be different. but the cadence is the same. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. All right, guys, that's going to do it for leg training today. And by the way, in this particular training cycle, I'll train my calves on a different day. Some leg routines, I include calves. This one, I don't. So that's going to do it for today. Hey, make sure you join all the men who are just like you, who want to take their level of bodybuilding training, their man formation, their level of confidence, their leadership skills. They want to take all of these things to the next level. And they've joined my SkipLaCour members exclusive website. Go to SkipLaCourmembers.com, check that out. I have 26 hours of video, probably about 30 hours of audio instruction, anywhere from just regular bodybuilding and training, the training, nutrition, mindset, lifestyle, all the way to contest preparation, my best one-on-one phone consultations, because most of the challenges that we go through, training, nutrition, mindset, structure, 80% of it is universal for all of us. So you can save yourself a lot of time. I explain things backwards and forwards. It's 10 hours of the best phone consultations. I cut out what my coaching client says during the coaching session, and it's just the meat of the matter, right? So you get all of these courses for one low monthly price. If you are committed and you're the type of man who's doing whatever it takes to get what he wants, to have the body and life that you want to sign up at SkipLaCourmembers.com. Just try it for a month. It's such a low subscription fee. Learn all you can in a month. Give it a shot. Discontinue it after a month, and you just pay that one low monthly fee. I tell you, I'm doing everything I can to share my over 27 years of bodybuilding and training experience as a champion, as a teacher, as a coach, as a writer, and my over 33 years in personal development to help you become the total package. Now it's time for you to take action. Go to SkipLaCourmembers.com. Be a part of my inner circle. Let's do this together. Sign up, give it a shot. I will not let you down. Have a great day. Have an outstanding day. Have an awesome day.